Welcome back to the Rizal Memorial Stadium, where CSB have tied it up at 2 sets apiece here against Signal HD in what was a one-sided set number 4.
Exactly. The HD Spikers started the set, giving away a lot of free points to the CSB Lady Blazers, and that actually gave them the confidence and the momentum to continue executing better against the HD Spikers. They dominated in almost all departments. They found their flow. They were very consistent. They made their points. They scored their own points, but they also got a lot of help from the HD Spikers. And with a big gap, it became really hard for the Signal HD Spikers to close that gap. And that's the reason why the CSB Lady Blazers was able to get the 4th set. As we take a look at the numbers, the HD Spikers actually getting more attack points with 15 against the 13 of the CSB Lady Blazers, but we talked about their errors. HD Spikers giving away 9 free points to the CSB Lady Blazers, but also Lady Blazers getting more block points with 3 against the none of the HD Spikers.
The opponent errors, I believe a majority of them, from a Signal at least, happened in the early parts of set number 4, and that was just such a backbreaker for Signal HD. But you go into the set number 5 here, you're entering different territory. If you're Signal and you know that, okay, they're so close to upsetting us, could you imagine the internal dialogue that they're having within themselves right now?
No, and this is why the Signal HD Spikers need to start strong, because all throughout this game, we've seen the CSB Lady Blazers catch up in big gaps, close the gaps, and lead all the way with even 8 points, 9 points against the Signal HD Spikers. So there's no way that this team is actually intimidated by this powerhouse in the Signal HD Spikers. So starting strong is really going to be very important for them here.
I like that they are not intimidated. Talking about CSB, and they've played like it, they looked like it. They had a bit of a hiccup, I believe it was in set number 2 when they in the way that they started, but here they are in set number 5, looking to put an upset under their belt against the undefeated Signal HD Spikers. CSB in white, Signal in red. This is set number 5 in the final group stage matchup here of Signal HD. And a miscue there coming from CSB, and Signal draw first blood.
Well, that was a great day, great effort from Apostol, but no help for her in that second ball. Every point is going to be very important in this 5th set for both teams if they want to get that win.
And CSB strike back almost immediately. That's exactly what they needed.
Dorog has been really good going for those power tips. Not a lot of power, just quick attacks for her.
No, I'm excited to see just how far this frame could go. Baka we could go beyond the 15 points. Great dig there. Kayuna looking for Basas. Basas had to adjust a bit. Apostol. Kayuna to Meneses. And CSB take the lead.
A great display of floor defense there from everyone on the side of the CSB Lady Blazers.
And another one here coming from CSB, a service ace this time. It felt like we haven't seen enough service aces from CSB apart from that first frame, but what a way to get it back, if ever.
No, exactly. And getting that service ace is also one of the easiest ways to get a point here in the 5th set.
2-point lead here, 3-0 run para sa CSB. Gandler trying to end that here. Apostol kept alive. Don plays it high. Free ball for CSB. Who do they turn to? Apostol.
Really the playmaking of Mondoniedo making all the difference on the side of the CSB Lady Blazers.
Timeout here. This is Nick.
Single block, left and right lang. We're going to 6. Okay, gamit nyo lang yung ano natin, experience lang natin. Ha? Okay, kapital lang. Alright. Hinga muna tayo, hinga. Wag natin madaliin lahat. Wag natin madaliin, ha? Okay? Ha? Inom lang muna. Pag-isipan nyo lang muna. Ha? Focus muna tayo sa gagawin, ha? Isip, attack ulit. Attack over lang ulit. Pagka nakuha nila block defense, ha? Ready tayo, galaw, ha? Go!
What I like about that is that he reminded him about the experience. Coach Chuck reminded about the experience that they have.
You know, and that's something they have as an advantage here, as they have played more games and they are already in the pro. But right now, CSB just really trying to challenge them here. But Basas found a way to score a point here, seeing that loose block on the side of the Lady Blazers.
You know, they've seen it all. You know, just take a look at the experience everyone has. A lot of them champions, national team players. You know, they know what it takes to win, and they've seen situations like this before. And that time, Dawn could not reach it.
Not the most powerful of hits from Gentapa, just spinning that ball in, but caught Katindig off guard in the previous rally.
It was just at the right place. See? Gandler sending it the other way.
Oh, great big.
Basas pulling one back. Doria will come back in.
We haven't seen a lot of Doria in the past few sets because Acuna was playing.
Meneses sends that wide, and a free point here to CSB, 6-3, and that much closer to pulling off the upset.
Oh, the HG Spikers, they need to remember that they helped CSB get that win in the 4th set, so they have to be careful from the service line. But as I say that, Katarig also committing a service error.
Have we not learned? Never to talk about services. Six to 4, Signal trailing by 2. Basas on the service line. And overcooked that.
A lack of risk action there from Gamit. But the HG Spikers, they need to remember that Dorog has been very consistent in terms of first ball, but they continue to target her here.
Apostol. We go to the other side. And the soft touch has been the friend of Molina all game long.
And the CSB Lady Blazers did not expect that no one was trying to run for the ball. Easy outing for her.
And just getting the block touch there. Apostol regaining the lead here for Benil.
Oh, that set was too low for Apostol. Apostol trying to go for the hands of the blockers.
And there's a block touch challenge here. Coach Shaq will few words. Is there a block touch? And ooh, good call here. So we heard a sound here, and that was the tape.
Challenge is successful. Point and serve to signal.
So point and serve goes to signal. Successful challenge. And it is signal with the lead here. Apostol stuffed, but kept alive. Apostol again. Different approach that time. Cayuna to Gandler. Gamit able to save it. Hits the tape, and they're still alive here. Cayuna to Molina. Oh, but what an effort shown here. And they are going to call a challenge.
Great effort from Getigan to still save that second ball.
They're going to call an antenna challenge, antenna touch.
Here's the challenge by signal in the middle of the last lane.
So they already have one successful challenge, and they're hoping for a second one here. And we're right. So what was on the card flashed. That's Signal and CSB. Every point here contested to the fullest. So CSB and Signal wait the decision here for this challenge. Again, thank you very much for joining us here on Pilipinas Live. It is a slim advantage here for Signal in the 5th frame. And of course, if you're just joining us, we're happy to have you. And by the way things are going, you still have a lot of volleyball to watch kasi may second game pa.
Yes.
Petragas against CHD crossovers is coming up right after this. Still here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And the women's division of the BNBF Champions League 2024. As we are all eagerly awaiting. Even Coach Jerry on the other side cracked a bit of a smile. So the wait for the challenge goes on. But what's the impression that you've had so far of this CSB team that, let's face it, a lot of people did not believe, or at least on paper, did not think that they could match up with some of the teams here, but they have shown us unbelievable grit in this competition so far.
Well, CSB has been dominating in their tournament in the collegiate level, so it's just given that they have that confidence, they have that high self-esteem in terms of playing, and their system also has proven a lot of things. But again, it's not easy to play against these pro teams. You know, a powerhouse like Signal, HG Spikers even challenged Cheritigo yesterday, who has a lot of top recruits in the league right now and a lot of veterans as well. So it just goes to show how gritty and smart these young players are on the side of the CSB Lady Blazers. And you know, it's not easy not to be intimidated by all these players, but they've been playing really well composed all throughout this league.
Well, yes, they have. So here's the review. And no antenna touch. But they are... Oh, no. They changed the decision on our screens. And it's not the touch per se, pero kung lumabas o hindi. So it's a successful challenge. It took a while, but they'll take the point.
And still, a point is a point. It's a very important point here for the HG Spikers.
Yeah, and after that long wait, all we can say is that a point's a point for Signal rather, and for CSB, it's disappointment. And there is a discussion here between the captains. There's clarifications. So Signal will take the point. Point and serve to Signal HD. Now, we talked about the mental toughness, the grit of this ability. They got to show it again after that long break. As we are going to switch sides here. Eight to 6 here in favor of Signal. And a bit anticlimactic on how we got to that 8th point. But we have it here.
No, but for the HG Spikers, it's very important because we're really seeing a very confident Lady Blazers right now. And really, the pressure is on the HG Spikers to stay undefeated.
Basas on the service line here. 8 serving 6, 2-point lead for Signal. As they try to put the upstarts to rest. From the back, no good. Molina, Dorog with the defensive effort. Molina again. Gamit could not get that through. Apostol. Good rally so far between these two. Molina, the soft touch.
Again, says Molina, not the first time she's done this one. Again, found that hole just behind the blocker. Soft touch works for her.
Three-point lead here. Gamit could not score off the runner. And Doria able to make a difference.
The quick transitions, this time on the side of the HG Spikers, challenging the floor defense of the CSB Lady Blazers here as we take a look at the three-play. Great attack from Roslyn Doria.
Timeout on the floor. Let's listen in.
Saan napapractice ng pwesto mo? Asan ka ngayon? Kaya palitan mo nga to.
Let's go, Let's go! Hey, Animo! Lady!
Well, the standards are high, and Coach Jerry wants to make sure that there's a bit of tough love here involved. And the question is, will this change be enough here to turn the tide?
Well, right now, for both teams, there's really no room for errors.
And a block point there for Signal HD. Pushes them even further away, 11 to 6.
Well, Coach Chuck De Los Santos earlier talked about experience, and the experience working well for the HD Spikers right now.
Cayuna with a setup to Molina. And that time, the block just angled, not quite there.
A great dig, better counter-attack on the side of the CSB Lady Blazers off the block from Apostol.
Here's Apostol. The push, Molina has been finding ways to score, not with power, but really her placement, her fitness.
Oh, and it's very clear na pumuporsyento na si Cayuna. She's been going back to Cés Molina again and again.
And then the blocking working there for Signal. Good coverage. I think with the Vanny Gandler. A bit low, but got it across. Who did they turn to here? Oh, and barely keeping that up, but then Signal are unable to put that across. Still a 4-point lead, though.
A great presence of mind there from Mondoñedo. HB Spikers still scrambling, trying to go back to their base point. Caught everyone off guard there.
And Mondoñedo has been so impressive here for CSB. Easily one of the brighter standouts here for the Blazers. Just a 4-point lead here. Anything can still happen. Gandler.
A great set from Cayuna there. A fast low set to Vanny Gander. Only one blocker. Gander choosing down the line. Apostol was there, but could not contain the power attack.
Ozendoria on the service line here. Just 2 points away from claiming this one. Almost a miscue there. Gandler. Angle didn't really favor her.
Well, not the set that she wanted. She was just trying to go for a spin attack.
And Cayuna, she is always so dangerous. You know, it's her ability to be able to get a crucial point at a crucial moment.
That's why we call her as one of the offensive setters. Perfect timing for her.
This one's for the match. Viñedo and CSB extending it. They save one.
A great attack from Gentapa. The perfect angle for her to get that point. Crucial serve here for Dorog.
Gandler. And then saves a second one here. How far can CSB go?
Gandler check there by Apostol and Gentapa.
Kailangan nakafocus tayo, ha? Attack and then cover ulit, ha? Attack cover. Boy, pagka kaya, abot sa middle, ha? Basta attack cover tayo, ha? Ready ka, ready. Ready, ha? Ready, attack natin. Tapos cover lang tayo, cover, ha? Lumayas, ha? Go. Kailan, boy? Hey! Focus, ha? Focus tayo, focus, ha?
At match point, CSB have saved 2. Looking for more focus, trying to end this game as quickly as possible. It's about Signal. Doro, pressure on her. Meneses, another opportunity. And they've saved 3.
This really shows how gritty this team is. Again, it's really hard to save that much of match points here. But, you know, they're still alive here.
Gandler. Oh, and they save another.
And Signal earlier talked about coverage, but still no adjustment for them. The net defense of the Lady Blazers has been on point in the past 4 points.
Do they have another? Talk about CSB. Dorog. Tingsing. Pasas. Gandler. The coverage there this time. They go to Densing again. And that is long, and that'll do it. Signal HD survives CSB.
Set number 5 in the net.
Sighs of relief all around for Signal HD. They survived the brave CSB Lady Blazers.
But what about the CSB Lady Blazers just staying consistent and resilient in that last stretch of the 5th set? Really great performance, great execution for this Lady Blazers. They really put the pressure on the Signal HD Spikers in this game. Really impressive all throughout this game, from the first set down to the last point of the 5th set.
What a matchup, what a game here. Signal finished the initial stage here of the PNDF Champions League undefeated, 4-0. And Signal will take this one 18-25, 25-21, 25-17, 17-25, and 15-13. More analysis when we return. Don't go away.
Coming up next, it's the Petronas Angels versus
It was a contest that we did not expect. The 5-setter here between Signal and CSB. Signal escaping 3-2. And we have to focus on the best player of the game, the captain, one of the shining stars, Ces Molina with 19.
Oh, Ces Molina again did not start in the first set, was put in towards the end of the first set and continued to play from the second set to the 5th set. But again, her leadership really made a big difference here for the Signal HD Spikers, not just in scoring. Her usual numbers, 14 attacks, 2 blocks, 3 aces as an all-around player. But again, it wasn't just the scoring, it was really keeping the team together as the captain, talking about Ces Molina, our player of the game.
Take a look at some of the highlights from a very entertaining set number 5. Signal were able to actually pull away towards the middle of this frame, and that cushion was enough to survive the late rally of CSB.
But, you know, in that 5th set and all throughout the game, we were really treated by a great display of talent and skills by both teams. Ces Molina really putting in the effort and the consistency in that 5th set. But the teamwork and the collective effort on the side of the CSB Lady Blazers was really impressive as well. As we take a look at the numbers, 9 attacks. Not a lot of disparity here in the attack points. 9 for the HD Spikers, 7 for the CSB Lady Blazers. Both teams really trying to slow each other down. 1 block for the HD Spikers, 2 for the Lady Blazers, 1 service ace for the CSB Lady Blazers, none for the HD Spikers. But really, it was painful for the CSB Lady Blazers with that 5 errors against just the 3 of the HD Spikers.
Well, right now, Signal are happy to survive. For CSB, they are gutted that they were so close to the upset.